Hey guys, I'll give an update on what I've been doing and how I'm using Elliott Wave with Wyckoff. And David, no offense taken. Um, and I think both good intention on both sides. Appreciate those sticking up for me, thinking I might take offense. Appreciate that as well. Anyways, no harm, no foul. Thought I'd kind of go over what I've been doing. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, so my voice may be a little rough sounding. Uh, so the approach I'm taking with Elliott Wave is based on Bill Williams' book Trading Chaos, and I've worked with Justine actually a number of years back. We never really dived into Elliott Wave, but as of late, I kind of revisiting it, and I know a friend of mine that uses it successfully. I've seen a couple other traders that use it, and I kind of just started looking into it to see how if it could help. And it actually does really helps me out a lot. It may not be for everybody, but it's really good at. I mean, you can't really predict anything. And thing about Elliott, I don't think it's necessarily made for predicting things and where they're going to go in the future. It gives you a roadmap of what possibly could happen. For instance, how I used it in this particular trade I'm in now. Um, Here we had what looked to me like a wave three, and based on the way that Bill teaches you to count waves, we were likely going to get higher prices even in this pullback. So here we had supply coming in, most supply since this up began. It did give us a pullback, which you'd expect, and it warned us of what probably was a wave C. Actually, in hindsight, it's definitely wave C. You have A, B, and C. But minimum requirements were met for wave four, and Elliott Wave would tell you that this was probably about enough time to uh, terminate a move to the downside or a pullback, and gave good reason maybe to go long in here. Had to go to a faster time frame to find the entry, but it kept me from going short. Um, Once we kind of moved up today, all these divergences on the AO was telling me that we were completing five waves, and so I knew to be on the lookout for probably a corrective zigzag pattern. Here's wave A. I don't know how far down wave A will go. It may bounce back up for B. If it's a choppy move up, it's probably most definitely a B, and we'll get another tradable C wave to the downside. So it's just giving me a framework of what to expect, and it could be this just could be a minor pullback and we can cruise higher again, or this could be wave one and we get a five-wave pattern sequence to the downside. We don't know, but based on the daily, to me, I kind of feel like we're probably going to go higher over the next week. I think we probably just completed wave one. We could even come down and retrace around 62% of this up move, which is very likely too. That's generally, if this is a wave one, most of the time they retrace 50 to 62%. So I would expect we'll pull back, but we'll probably go higher from there too. And so that's how you can use Elliott Wave. Now, what do I use Wyckoff with, and how do I work it together? Well, with Wyckoff, it gives me a better read on the market. It gives me a better feeling to read the tape, and it gives me a better idea when to initiate a trade based on what I think could be the Elliott wave count. And I knew we completed five waves. Looked like we had more divergence here, so this is probably wave five of this wave five sequence, because there's five waves within each impulse wave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the way I know it, you have to read the book to understand why exactly, but this was probably a wave five completed. And we had, if I throw Wyckoff in there, here we have supply coming in, preliminary supply. I call it preliminary because we made a new high afterwards. Some effort versus the result. Looks basically an up thrust here. Came down, more supply. Tried to move up, no demand. When we took out this low, I went ahead and took a short position in this. So I don't know how far it's going to go, but my guess is we'll probably, if this is A, we get a B and a C. Minimum, we'll probably test this level of wave four, because generally ABC corrections will test the previous impulses, wave four. So that's how I'm using it. That's a trade I'm in. I'll try to give more examples. I did post that one on crude oil. I I'm in gold currently based on my feeling what Elliott wave count is on that. I think we're going to begin to see wave correction up that could last a couple months. So I position myself in gold, and I also use Wyckoff for determining when to enter into the trade and kind of giving me better ideas of when to time it. Anyways, hopefully that's useful to you guys, and I'll try to post more things later on. And again, apologize for my voice. Hopefully you can hear me okay.